Hi everyone, my name is Eileen Craigs and I'm a counseling faculty at San Diego Mesa College. I would like to take this time to welcome you to our online pre-assessment workshop. This pre-assessment workshop is divided into two parts and you are currently viewing part one of this presentation. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about the purpose of this workshop. This online pre-assessment workshop is designed to assist students in preparation for a successful testing experience at San Diego Mesa College. Topics covered in the workshop include the following: information about the assessment office, preparing for placement, what is placement and why is it important, basic skills and foundation courses, common myths, and overcoming test anxiety. Let's talk about the assessment office. The San Diego Mesa College Assessment Office is located on the second floor of the Student Services Building in I-4-201. The phone number is 619-388-2718. Hours of operation include the following: Monday through Thursday from 8 o'clock a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. and Fridays from 8 o'clock a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. Do remember to arrive 2 hours before the scheduled closing time to ensure that you have ample time to complete your assessment tests. I'm pleased to inform you that the Assessment Office is an open access resource available to all students needing assistance with testing services. English and math testing services are available through walk-in. No appointments are necessary to those needing to take the English and math placement tests. Please see the testing staff for information on the ESOL or English for Speakers of Other Language placement test. Preparing for placement. We will be covering what is placement, why is it important, basic skills and foundation courses, common myths, overcoming test anxiety, during the placement test, common facts, and assessment tips and FAQs. What is placement and why is it important? Well, placement tests are one way to measure your current skills in English, math, or ESOL. The placement scores help create a path towards your academic success. Let's talk about basic skills and foundation courses. I'm not sure if you are aware that it is estimated that between half and 2/3 of community college students need to take at least one basic skills or foundation course. Completing these courses will help build a strong foundation for your ongoing educational objectives. An example of a foundation course for math would be Math 46, otherwise known as Elementary Algebra with Geometry. For English, an example would be English 49, Basic Composition. Being placed into these courses has no bearing on what is academically attainable in the future. The sky's the limit, everyone. Common myths. Let's start with myth number 1. If I don't assess, I cannot take other classes. What do you think? False. You're actually able to take other courses without having an assessed skill level on file. However, it is important to take an assessment to gauge how well prepared you are for other courses. It is also an important part of what is called student success or matriculation. Now, the student success or matriculation process refers to completing your online orientation, assessment, and education plan, which is both abbreviated and comprehensive. This can provide students with an earlier registration priority date and time. Myth number 2, the placement test is pass or fail. That's a tricky one, huh? Well, guess what? False. The placement test is not pass or fail. It is meant to identify a starting point in English, math, or ESOL. Once you identify the starting point, you can be more prepared for coursework in the future. Ooh, that's kind of scary, huh? Let's talk about overcoming test anxiety. What is test anxiety anyway? Well, there's different symptoms associated with test anxiety. Physical symptoms may include lightheadedness, shallow breathing, sweaty palms, accelerated heartbeat, queasy stomach, and headaches. Mental and emotional responses may include self-doubts, worry, fear, helplessness, and distractedness, while behavioral responses may include just going blank. Others become fidgety, while others experience butterflies in their stomach. Well, how can we overcome test anxiety? Check this out, everyone. I would like for you guys to use the acronym PREPARE. Let's start with letter P. P stands for plan. Plan a good day to complete your assessment test. Now, it is probably not a good idea to plan your assessment the same day as an important anniversary. What do you think? R stands for rest. Get a good night's sleep before the assessment day. It is not a good idea to pull an all-nighter the evening before the test. E stands for ease. Ease into the test. Practice deep breathing strategies before you sit for the assessment and try to avoid rushing to the assessment. Be sure to give yourself plenty of time to look for a parking spot and take the test. Remember, the test is on walk-in, so happily smile to the person who cut you off to get the last parking space. The next P stands for practice. Review the sample tests online so you will know what to expect. To avoid any surprises, remember that it's always good to practice to preview the material that you will see on the assessment. So be sure to check out the sample tests available online. A stands for assess. Look at all the answers before you select your choice. Try and eliminate answers that you know are wrong. If you are unsure or don't understand the instructions, ask the proctor for help. Take your time and look through each question and answer them thoroughly. Remember that this is not a race. R stands for reflect. Look around the room for inspiration. Double check your work. Reflect on the positive experiences with test taking, or encourage yourself that this will actually be a really great experience for you. Tell yourself that you are a good test taker and this will be a wonderful experience. Sometimes you just need to be willing to sit back and look outside the window to give yourself a break. Once you're ready to resume, you can refocus your attention to the subject at hand. And E. Encourage through affirmation. Create a personal affirmation about your experience. For instance, I overcame so many obstacles to be here today, and I am proud of myself. You have a unique story that got you here today, so do remember that. This assessment is just a small piece of your journey at San Diego Mesa College. Tell yourself, I can do this. Think about all the things you've done to get to Mesa College. Affirm yourself for taking initiative towards your personal growth. This is huge, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This concludes part 1 of the pre-assessment workshop. Be sure to check out the next video to watch part 2 of the pre-assessment workshop. See you then.